For me personally, my personal experience has been germination. That's where I've nuked a lot of fucking seeds trying to keep them warm because I'm very big on a warm germination area when you're doing your seeds. But like for clones and stuff like that and smaller plants, I found that's where I've actually been able to really fucking rocket the small growth on them and stuff. But yeah, I basically boiled fucking seeds to death using seedling mats. So now, or my other used to be like just your average fucking heat pad that you'd use for your back or whatever when you're laying on the couch all fucked up and shit. And I started using that and then put like just a towel over it, or maybe fold the towel so you got 2 layers of that. And then I got split up and divorced, and we don't our heat pad we have now, it goes off like every hour. So that's like, well, that's fucking useless. So I found like on top of our hot water tank in our storage room is the best place for germinating.
There you go.
Always nice and warm in there.
It's weird because the numbers are like messing with me. Like I'm looking at it going, okay, I got 3 different types in there, right? And the one section is pretty well all popped, and the other section is pretty well none are popped. So it's like, is it the seeds? Is it the conditions? Is it it's weird. It's almost like the one side of the tray is germinated, and as it comes across to the other side, it's not. Mm-hmm. So it's like, is the heat mat underneath it hotter on the one side?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm trying to check it during the day and shit, right? I'm at work. I'm gone for most of the day. So it's like, by the time I come home and some are like not happy or whatever, I don't really know. But pop extra.
Oh. So if I, you know what? Shout out to my dad. He just fucking retired.
Fuck yeah!
Walked into the office, basically chucked his fucking keys at the boss after a bit of an argument or whatever, and walked the fuck out. And you know the funny thing is, you would have been fucking walking by fucking Greenwood or whatever, just as right around the time I would have been going by, because I wasn't home more than about 45 minutes before you got here.
You know when you come off the highway and you do that little hump?
Right there. Did you see me?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't know it was you until you're gone. I didn't know, but it was like, well, that might be bad.
Yeah, fucking see, so I just called it friggin' what I'm talking about. So my dad just took a long ass walk home. What, about 3 hours?
3 hours.
Yeah, friggin' a 3-hour walk home. And I took a side route that kind of parallels that, called Foothills Boulevard up. Take that, and so he's taking up this, and we kind of intersect like this, and I turned, and he would have been right there watching. So
it's all good.
Oh well, I did not know.
No.
The working days are done.
Yeah,
that's good.
Although in all fairness, like I was saying upstairs, you kind of been retired for the most part for the fucking last how long, anyways. I've been here for 3 months, or not 2 months, sorry, working, and you've gone to work. This was the 3rd day. So.
Did I go to work while you were here?
Yeah.
Sure about that.
Pinky's up.
So it's official. Let's do a dab for my dad. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, this is the retirement, buddy. I'm coming next.
In the fact that I've only got another 30, 20 fucking years before I can think about it. Maybe we'll like change the fucking buy me a coffee fund to like help Cariboo retire at not his 60s fund.
Well, no, you know, Freedom 55.
Yeah.
Or do the Trailer Park Boys, Freedom 35. Oh, do we have a frozen caribou? Oh, excuse me. That one was good. Well, hell yeah. The hell's everyone else smoking here? Let me know, chat.
We are paying for it, you know.
You guys like freaking froze up, and I lost like both camera views on the panel there for a second. So it
you went off.
It could be a glitchy show.
You went a little funny.
Sometimes it just can't be avoided. I guess it is what it is. So, what's going on in the garden, man?
Oh, not much. Everything's frozen. not frozen, but I was just explaining right before we popped on live here. My grow room is very sensitive to my exterior environment. Like the outdoors affects my room quite a bit. Just because I got 3 6-inch vents going out one window, so the window is kind of pressed against the vent, so there's gaps, and I do get a bit of cold. It's not so bad with the warmth because I got central air and stuff, but with the heat in the winter, it's hard because if I open the vents to get heat in here, the room gets too hot. So what I'm getting at is temperature dropped big time the last couple of days. Like we're down like with wind chill -15, -20 Celsius. My room is cold, and I have lots and lots of seeds and fresh hour-old sprouts with their feet in this now. It started out a few days ago when I got them soaked and everything, and it was nice temperatures, and this gets me a lot. The cold, wet babies, they dampen off, and I'm just a champ at doing it. And so that's what I'm dealing with right now is the threat of 30 some odd seedlings just going bleh.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
It gets cold down here too. We're in my parents' basement where my dad's got his indoor garden going on. It's starting to come along nice. I'll maybe take you for a quick peek in there in a bit. But also the plus side of that is like, thankfully, I found that like it's funny. I'm staying in my old room I was in all through high school and shit like that. And it's if the furnace is on, it is fucking hot in there. Like to the point where you wake up fucking peeling blankets and stuff like that. And if it's not, it's fucking cold in there just because it's time of the year right now. Right? It's kind of same as what you got going on. And as I was going to bed last night, my mom was like, "Oh, I'm turning the furnace up a little bit." So I was like, "Okay," because my first thought was the plants, because the plants are in the bedroom right across from me. That's my dad's new grow room there, and I was like, "Okay, so the plants won't be cold tonight," because as soon as I think about that, and then I'm like, and maybe I won't need like 30 fucking blankets to keep warm.
Nice. Yeah, no, I'm waiting for I harvested a few plants the other day. Now I'm waiting for them to dry, get to smokability, because one of them is that real black one. So I really want to check that out. But where is it here? Come on. Yeah, it's got some real nice colors to it. If I can get this thing to blow up here. Might not show up on your on the screen very well, but it's so purple.
Oh yeah.
It's not a reflection, but I just made some video and got it posted. Actually, I didn't post that video, but come on, hurry up. It's been like hanging for 4 days, so I got a little ways to wait.
That grapple fritter that I've pollinated, that's just down over there that I've showed you guys a few times now. It's nice and purple too. I really like it. The male was purple, so I'm hoping that I'll just have like lots of really purple grape smelling weed. That sounds amazing to
me. Major. Yeah, I showed you a video for half a second. Come on. It's not an auto, but it does have it in its fucking blood. So yeah, there you go. No, I did grow a couple autos. Speaking of that, the gelato autos I just finished. Yeah, a little too much leaf for my liking. I got spoiled. Ran some of them crossbones, and they no leaf, right? It's just got those kind of chunky buds with a few leaves poking out. So now it's like anything else shows up with more leaf. I'm like, well, don't need that kicking her. You don't know until you get into about a week, a couple weeks into flower, and then you're like, ooh, rough.
I feel like this whole dark hole of autos that you've been going can like really, it has the potential to be good and both really bad at the same time, because you're learning autos and having fun with it, right? That's what the main thing is. We're having fun in the garden, but at the same time, I think you're gonna see like the good and the bad with them, right? Which like in some of those are those just shitty harvests or fucking the too much leaf material or whatever the deal is, and it's just like okay, run the gamut. By the time you're all said and done with it, it'd be interesting just to because you seem to be running autos from a bunch of different people, right? It's not like you're like me where I pretty much just try to run them off of Hype if I can because that's the one guy I've had.
I ran all his. I need to get hooked up again with his. His are good too. They're like big buds. I found.
Yeah.
A lot of them I've been running. I'd say, smokable houseplants. The photos are you can mold and manipulate. The autos you can, but not as much. You find ones that are like the last couple ones I was growing were taking me 90 days. Like that's pretty well from seed, like from little babies, and giving me a nice jar of really tasty weed. And if I hit a little bit of pollen on that, I get a couple dozen seeds out of the deal as well. I can handle that, but it's when you get one that's less than that and less desirable smoke. Like I've ran some that I don't know if it's my own fault, probably my own fault, messing something up, and you waste a bunch of time. You waste much time. You get, not even a measurable amount at the end, and you don't end up smoking it. So it's like, what the fuck? That pot went through a whole cycle.
Yeah.
For what? Absolutely nothing. I've been there. I've done it a couple times. So I don't know. For me, I like it. It's just kind of easy. Like I pop some, and then like while I'm doing my own thing and then running stuff in their own cycles, some stuff just goes into flower, and it's like, oh, look, here we go. We got this flavor coming up or whatever, right? Yeah, it's like I got a high number for my count, and so I wouldn't rely on them. I would never run there's 1/3 of my canopy is auto usually.
I'm actually at the point now where I really need to start thinking about getting my my license renewed for my egg grow.
I did it.
I think it's June. It's June or July. I want to say June. So it's be one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, I still got a couple months, but you're gonna fucking blink twice and be like, oh shit. So
it takes forever to do. I think there's a new way to do it online or something like that. Don't quote me on this, but if you do the old snail mail like I always do, fuck, it takes forever.
Yeah, well, if there's an option to do it online, I'll definitely take it. But I imagine it'll be.
I try to do it in the fall too, so that or over the winter, so that I'm covered for the summer. Because I don't really care about the indoors as much because it's not visible to anybody. There's no reason like it's. Yeah. I'm not blowing it up, so it's like I don't really worry about it. But outdoors, I kind of make a scene a bit. I like having the paperwork for that one. I pushed the limits on that one. I'm pretty sure, I'm probably, bending a few rules when it comes to the visibility to public and shit.
Yeah, in BC it can't be visible to public, which is I drive down. I shouldn't say all the time because it is not that frequent, but at the same time, it's not uncommon to be driving down the street. And like, if I see a garden in someone's yard, I'm looking because that is naturally interesting to me and I enjoy it. And be like, oh yeah, they got a plant. Or you're doing our line of work where you got to follow the power lines into people's yards. You see plants.
Oh yeah,
often that way, and it's cool. I know. Oftentimes, I wish these people would be outside because I would just strike up a conversation about it, right? And be like, "Oh, hey, what is that? Hey, you want some seeds? I try to grow these seeds. I'll hook them up. Here, how about some stickers? We got stickers.
Do you always travel with a little bit of seeds on you?
Fuck yeah.
You're little Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah. Once it gets to be a little bit warmer out, I'll start actually planting them and trying to. And depending on where I am, roughly where I'm working, like hopefully I'm working somewhere near home, we can actually get back there. Because, man, I travel all over the bottom half of British Columbia, and a lot of these places I've gone to and germinated. Well, I don't know if they've ever come out, but planted a bunch of seeds, never been back there. Not once, you know, so it'd be really cool. There's the one place I did get to go back and I didn't see shit. So I think, but those were all just broadcast too. Like that now, I'd actually like to take out clones and fucking seeds and like actually try and put them in the ground, give them some water, and give them a chance to fucking do their thing.
I can't wait. Like, I love my indoor grow because it's controllable and it's comfy and it's right here. It's my little buddy. You know, we hang out every day. My outdoor grow is his own beast. Like, I don't need to be there every day. I can literally, once they're established, some roots are down there a good few feet, man. It's wet. They're good.
Yep.
So it's like, I love that part of it because I just get to observe most of the time. I do play defense quite a bit with, you know, spraying for bugs and doing a little bit of training. I've learned over the years how to train outdoor plants, maybe not for the best harvest, but for, you know, ease of harvest and, you know, bugs and shit like that, mildew. Yeah, I really enjoy outdoor, man. It's so fun.
I'm gonna come back here in say about a month to my parents' place. They basically live on a great big fucking clay fucking blob of land, right? And they got this one chunk in the backfield over there, the spot in the yard that gets the most sunlight all day, fucking every day, pretty well. Where their garden area they have now doesn't get new sun until later in the morning kind of thing. And but they've got the whole section where they've been digging the clay away, kind of like a quarry of their own. They've got like a really good fucking intersection like that where I'm going to just pack a whole bunch of lumber and stuff in there. And we're going to freaking get some topsoil brought in and we're going to make some hugel pits. And we'll probably try and terrace the up above that a bit too. Because they got that great big hill that could be totally used for friggin' right now. It's just clay with trees dry. Well, I'll have to cut a bunch of trees down. You got a bunch of saplings and stuff like that are maybe taller than saplings. Okay, fine, but they're not what I would call a tree, so they fucking go. And we're gonna use that for a garden area.
Yes.
Maybe the birch trees can stay because they can possibly provide chaga at some point in time.
Birch are nice.
I like birch.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because they're actually like my favorite trees to cut because they feel nice when you cut into them. You can tell different kinds of wood when you got a nice sharp saw and all that. Birch feels nice.
Some's fucking hard on the saws.
Yeah. Nice hardwood.
Hopefully we'll have to use a saw again this year to cut some of the girls down. It's always a good feeling when you try to rip your cannabis plant down at the end of the year. You're like, I need a saw.
Yeah. Well, and so my thing is my dad can't, like, they live, like I said, central British Columbia. You look at a fucking map of BC and right smack dab in the middle pretty well, which means cold. Winter comes early type shit. And so, but he's never been able to get stuff outdoors. And my goal this year is I'm hoping to be able to get back here and help him do with some of this outdoor stuff. And let's get some nice, relatively short flowering genetics and let's go. Let's see what we can do. And, you know, it's, yeah. So we're, and so we're going to do Thunder Dan's hat. Gave us the idea of like probably in like, we'll probably start the flip in July. And then early August, we'll give them about 4 weeks of flip time, as Thunder Dan was saying, and then put them outside early August-ish, somewhere around there. And we'll try that because he says they're not going to revert fast enough because they won't revert because you're losing light at that time, basically. So we'll give that a go because the only time my old man has ever had success is when he's had to bring a plant indoors. But when he's done that, he's also brought bugs indoors. We've all been by that, right? It's only fucking natural. It might not happen every time, but it will happen
all about that
at some point in time. And so we want to try that, but I also want legitimate, like I want to grow some fucking big trees. And I would like to see those through because I don't want to. It sucks when I come here in like around Christmas time, say, and I go for a walk in the backyard and you can see all the brown, yellowed up dead stalks of what used to be a really nice looking plant. But but my old man, I should caveat this if that's the right word I'm looking for, say that he's never really cared about short flowering genetics. He'll throw a fucking Thai plant out there. I don't think he ever actually has thrown a Thai, but he would, like, right? It's just a plant is a plant. He doesn't think on the levels that we do, which is fair enough. So that's another reason why I need to be here is help guide him through this. And
yeah, I'm thinking right now, like, yeah, I've never really had a plant started this early for outdoor. So I was like thinking what I'm going to get going, and some of these seedlings that are just fresh going, Primal Punch being one of them. If there's a female in that, there's going to be going outdoors. But I got a Bambalam. I got 3 females going right now. One of them's a big girl. So I'm like, if I want a tree, there's my tree.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't really talked to Fluff about it outdoors or anything. But you know what? I've ran everything up till today without giving a shit if it says it's good or not for outdoors.
So my experience with the BAM though that I have run and is they're between 8 to 10 weeks, and I would say closer to 9. Somewhere in the 9-10 range. So I would think it's not necessarily out of the realm, and it is, but it's I'm giving my dad BAM cut to of my cut of the BAM that my keeper, I guess you could say, to grow outdoors, and we're gonna see how it does out here. And I also want to throw one outdoors at my in-laws' place because they live 5 minutes away from me, and see how it does outside there as well. My dad's also got some grapple fritter. He's got the number 3 cut of that. And he's also got a frequency shift, which I feel like that'll probably take too long, but I could, hopefully be wrong. I think a frequency shift might even be a really good candidate to put in like a 20-gallon pot. Is something fucking huge. Bigger would be nice, but I know they don't have anything bigger than that. Put it in something huge and just put that out on the front deck, because they got a big front deck that gets all sorts
of
stuff.
I got a big deck too.
Sure you do.
It's only Thursday. It's not Friday, is it? Well, that's fun. No, but yeah, short flowering is going to help us. That's the thing. We got to figure that out.
I got smacked with a branch the other day and split my lip right here.
What did I smack myself in the face today with something? What was it? Same deal, got me right in the fucking lip.
Doesn't quite want to heal up. It was fucking bad. Like, it's oftentimes, I shouldn't say off. Well, yeah, no, often enough. It might not be a daily occurrence, but sometimes it's multiple times in a day where you turn on your saw, grab like a thin little branch, we'll call it a whip or whatever, and it'll fucking rat tail you. And it doesn't matter where it hits you, it stings like a motherfucker.
Just like walking with your buddies hiking. Don't fall too close, man.
Yep, pretty well, except for this one's rocket propelled by a fucking.
Yeah, this one's rocket propelled.
And what happened is I went to cut, like, it was some kind of conifer tree, a spruce or a pine, I can't remember which. And yeah, it was the same kind of thing. I went to go, I think, cut some limbs off it, and so I could fall it safely. And the fucking wanted to grab one of the branches, and instead of the rat tail, I just got the full pummel of a freaking needled branch, just like bop right in the face. Oh, son of a bitch! And of course, everyone laughs at me because, well, this shit is funny, and oh fuck, I'm laughing about it now, right?
With a little welt on your lip.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what was the worst today? This is a little work thing that kind of pissed me off. I'm crawling around in the gravel, right? Doing a bunch of weird shit. I'm fixing front ends on skid steers and shit. So, like, greasy, dirty work. And so I'm fucking around. And The other day, I lost the back end to one of my chalk pencils. So if you're a welder, know what's up. A little chalk in a pencil holder kind of thing. You screw it and it tightens and holds the thing in place. It's really good for marking metal. Anyways, to get to the point, I lost the back of it. And I was like, fuck, doesn't work without the back of it. Won't hold the chalk. Useless. Now, I am sitting fucking around on the ground, and this is how the stone remove this is. That's probably right off the pipe, too. I pick it up. It's the back to the piece. I just look at it and go, that's a weird looking screw. That wasn't a screw. That was the back to my pencil thing. As it's airborne, right? Gone. Fucking. Think I could find that fucking thing again? Nope.
Did you even bother trying?
I had it in my fucking fingers, man.
That is.
So I'm like, you just had it and you threw it across the fucking shop.
That is pretty. Yeah, that's a bonehead. Yeah.
Oh, I was pissed, man. Because I looked at it and it had threads on it, like, is it threads into the back or whatever? So I'm like, that's a weird looking screw. And then as I threw it, I'm like, oh, that's the back of that fucking pencil. Yeah, that's how I do it.
Good times.
Sorry, I had to plug my computer in. It's yelling at me. Yeah, so I spent a few minutes looking for it, didn't find it. And then boss man came in and tried to help me set a bushing, and fucking he's a gigantic man, and he fucking hammered it in. It was a little bit crooked, and he knew it, and then he left because he knew I wasn't fucking getting that thing in there. Ended up breaking it and shit. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. Go Thursday. I had like jacks and like big huge rods all chained so they wouldn't fucking spring apart and shit. I'm trying to push this smashed bushing out of this front end loader. Fuck off. One of those things where you're squinting, safety squinting, just like
yeah.
All of a sudden, bang! I'm like, what was that? Like the bushing moved. I'm like, yeah, we're winning. Fucking get that thing out of there before someone dies.
Yeah, I don't forget. Just fuck man, work like dogs today. So everything hurts today. My wrists are like feeling like they're packing it in, and now it's getting to be short sleeve weather, and so friggin' all the brush and stuff like that starts cutting up your fucking insides of your arms and shit like that, especially conifer needles and stuff. And it takes a couple weeks to kind of build your skin a little bit thicker after it's been covered up all winter. And so it's like, oh, here it is. Every time you jump in the shower, it's just like, and all the way up your forearms, your wrists and stuff. So you're there.
Yeah, summertime's coming. I can't wait, man, because like I'm gonna brag a bit, man. I work on one of the most beautiful fucking spots on earth, Georgian Bay, man. So it's like summertime comes around, it's like, oh yeah. Most people call this working. Most days it is work, and it sucks. But if you just don't look at the work for a sec, just look out on the bay for a minute, it gets a little better. You know. And since I didn't get a snowmobile season this year, we're doing a Sea-Doo season this summer. I don't care. I'm gonna take that little two-stroke ripping everywhere. Get some tour.
I call summertime fuck my life season at work.
Fucking yeah, your job would be better in the cooler temps.
You know what I call winter? Fuck my life season at
work. I get it. No, the boys were doing your job today. They grabbed a couple of chainsaws this morning and headed out to go clear some shit. I don't know exactly what they're doing.
It's not always that bad, but it's like we've been slashing. This whole contract I've been on up here is primarily slashing, which you're cutting stupid little shit a lot. Oftentimes, the size, like the stem is the size of your pinky, and there's thousands of them in a span, and it's just like, give me something big, like, you know.
What am I doing?
Uh-oh. Just about had to put a shirt on.
Yeah. My mom just got back, not from Queensland, but post over there. She was in New Zealand for a few months. And she's back now. I'm like, what the hell, man? You brought cold weather with you. You were doing fine till you showed back up. That's quite the flight, man. It's like 20. I think from New Zealand to Vancouver was 14 hours or something like that.
Yeah, that's.
I do Toronto to Calgary, and it's like 3 hours. I'm like, but hey, Stoner Eyes, what's up?
Yeah, well, it's a long ass freaking plane ride. Well, I know I could do it. It would suck.
Plane rides, you gotta go red eye and get no sleep before you go. Like, get on that plane bagged if it's a long flight, and you're just like, fucking yeah, movie. Boom, you wake up, you're at your fucking spot. My poor mom, she slept for like 13 hours. She took the wrong thing, she said. She's like, I came home and I went to go to sleep, so I popped a bunch of CBDs. Then I was like, well, that was the wrong stuff. I was supposed to take the THC stuff, so I took that too. And then I could sleep until the next day at dinner. I'm like, there you go.
It's hilarious.
Just, oh, well. You'd be out of it, though, after coming back from New Zealand to Ontario. So. Take the mushroom chocolate and get the window seat. I don't know if I'd like that, man. I get too weird on mushrooms. So plane ride and mushrooms to me would not be ideal. Bike ride? Yeah.
So I was thinking of, my daughter mentioned something about getting rollerblades not too long ago. Like, that's kind of a cool idea. I haven't heard kids talk about rollerblades in a long time. Didn't even kind of realize they were a thing anymore. Well, I guess you see them on the X Games and stuff. And then I was like, but then she'd be like the only kid with rollerblades, right? Like, because I don't think she has friends with rollerblades. It's just something she wants. I'm like, huh. I wonder if I should get a set of rollerblades and go rollerblading with her.
Bye elbows.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I got the mountain biking. You're in BC, man. Mountain biking should be a natural thing for you guys. We got mountain bikes here for me and the daughter, and she likes it all right. But she's growing too damn fast, man. I bought her a bike, and it's too big for it.
Yeah.
She was fine last summer. It's like the girls in my family are big. My cousin, or not my cousin, my niece is 6'1". I think she's 18 or 19.
Dude, I've got a 14-year-old niece that's taller than I am.
No.
I'm about 5'7.5", and she's probably not quite an inch, maybe even a little more than an inch now taller than I am. It's like,
No. My daughter, yeah, she's almost tall as grandma. She's about 3 inches shorter than grandma. Shit, coming for you. 10 years old, man. Big girl for 10. Skinny, but tall.
yeah,
Most of the girls that grow around here like that.
My kid won't be overly tall. It's her mom is just a short, tiny little thing, and well, I'm only 5'7", so
yeah. Let's take a look. I'm gonna grab that BAM lamp. Let's see how tall this thing is, because I'm really thinking of keeping this one for out north.
Well, you should. I would say definitely keep. Just the fact alone that you're thinking about it means you should. The fact that we'd like to see one of Fluff's fucking strains out there rocking in your garden.
I topped it already too, so.
See, there you go.
She's got the split up here now. But she's done. What do we got? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 7 nodes, and then it tops out. But it's already taller than my arm.
Fuck, dude. Put it outside with like 6 nodes and just leave
cut it right down, you mean?
Yeah, or the 3 layers. Yeah, three sets of nodes, so 6 branches.
Do like a try manifolding it. Oh, stanky. I like it. Yeah, it's got that underlying stank.
I really like it. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that is skunky. That's gonna stink up the neighborhood. That smells like not like skunk. But, that's weed for sure.
soon. That sounds fucking damn good, grape.
That is actually like stinky. That's like rubbery kind of. That's
Cool.
dank. Whew. Stinky.
Cheers, noob. Cheers, hillbilly. Thunder Dan, doof. We also got
Fucking
grape.
all the boys.
Dr. LeBay, Cake in a Cup. Stony Creek. See you, Donkey. See you, brother.
Fucking send it.
Again, whoever the two X-Men are watching it on Twitter are, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
That was neat watching them fucking not blow up there the Tuesday
Yeah,
night.
it's just
Man,
insane.
there's like fucking 38 people watching it on Twitter. And like, I
Well-
don't think I would ever seen more than 2.
When it's being viewed by someone on Twitter, does it show up on their page or whatever it is? I don't know. I've never used it, so.
Well, you'd be scrolling through your feed just like, say, Instagram, and then you'd see the video. And I think you can either watch the thumbnail version of the video or click on it and blow it up and watch the whole thing.
Yeah. It's neat, though, anyways. Appreciate that.
100%. Cheers, Bud Squisher. Weed Nerd, cheers, brother. Crispy, cheers. And if you're there, we know Smots
Crispy.
around. Cheers to everyone. I don't want to miss anyone.
Yeah, I'm going to get into a little bit of some live resin I picked up off my friend Clementine. That's how it says. Clementine.
Those sound good.
Yeah. Pretty chirpy. Lemony poop. It's good. I just like to put a little bit in with the weed for the ball vape there. It's good.
See, I thought about doing that with some shatter that a buddy gave me. I'm assuming it's shatter. Maybe
You just gotta put a real tiny amount. Like you can't be hero.
Well, I understand that. I don't know. I think I just want to save it for dabs though. Because I came here with the intention of not doing dabs because I purposely didn't have dabs because I made a pig of myself because I was like, if I do them all now, then there's no reason for me to bring my dab rig, the butane, the torch, and all this other shit on the road with me. I'll celebrate when I get home by getting more dabs. Little did I know on my way here, my good buddy friggin' gave me some dabs, and I'm like, well, shit.
Now I got dabs.
Yeah, and I keep, and to be honest, I just fired up the ball vape. Like last night, I had 1 or 2 rips. I haven't touched it in about a week because I was talking the other night about irritation here.
Yeah,
and I'm like, is it like because I'm doing basically we'll call them dab rips, fucking out of a device, right? A glass device kind of thing, where it's a bong kind of where you're huger. Whereas if I smoke a joint, I'm gonna take a smaller puff, kind of like a cigarette, right? I'm not like no, you don't need to do that, right? We're not in fucking high school anymore. But to clear the chamber, you kind of need to. And so I'm testing
to see if that's what it is.
Yeah, because I've been told it could be like a titanium sensitivity, and I believe I do have a Canthal sensitivity. So I'm just like, okay, let's just try and be smart. And if I don't sit here and just haul off on this thing constantly so far, it seems like it's, like when you do a dab, yeah, there's irritation and I cough because I got bitch lungs. I can't help that. Okay. Stop laughing.
I got it.
But it seems to be doing well. I'm high as shit and I can't stop babbling about absolutely nothing. So
that's what we do. That's moose soup right there.
Roll. See, I talk about Twitter and we get more followers. I got 4 of them in there now. Cheers, y'all. What right. I think that is somebody's like, oh yeah, we're on YouTube and we can also freaking watch it on Twitter. So we appreciate that. Whoever's 2-timing with us, that means you're like super fans.
Yeah, it's nice and it's a little bright on the light, but that's pretty good. Looks like it's fucking glowing.
Cheers, Kingfisher.
This is from
Pinkies.
my
We're
buddy.
just showing off our pinkies.
You won't see any of this shit on his page because it's his business page, but Rare Snacks Toronto. I believe that's his page, or Rare Snacks 420 or something. Anyways, he travels all over the place, goes to like hockey games in Buffalo, and he does reviews on pizza places, and he also his website is he sells rare snacks, so he'll be when he does his travels through the states, he'll grab stuff and put it on his website, up here or whatever, right? So it's like it's got all the flavors of the pop and different cereals and all that shit. It's pretty neat. And he's also a big time stoner. He was down at Billy Strings and met up with Kazoo, and it really tripped me out. I told the story before, but I'm looking at my Instagram and I see my buddy walking around, but it's Kazoo's page. And I'm like, oh man, Instagram, my phone must be all messed up or what something's going on. It's weird. It's posting my friends' videos for someone else's page. Like, must be glitching. No. I was like, what the hell? I'm glitching. Can't figure this shit out, so that's kind of neat. Stoners unite.
So it's cool. I see. I want to check this Billy Strings dude out too. He's
bluegrass, but he's also like folky and
yeah. I could just
jam bandy.
I like live music and everything. I have not bothered to look up like any albums of his or anything. I kind of feel like I would like to see him live for the first time, and I've never seen anything that suggests he's coming to Canada anytime within my lifetime. But I hope that changes, or because he does seem to play quite a bit down in the States, or I'll just have to make my way down there for one of his shows, because the people that I do know of in here, like Kazoo, Blue Kiss, Red, and all them like that are into him, they fucking love him. The fact that he was on stage with Tool jamming fairly recent, like that fucking speaks to his musicianship. So I'm like, who is this?
Yeah,
that Kingfisher, might probably be the best way to do it. Actually, that's me. Actually, maybe I'll throw that in on the radio station in the Discord at some point in time. So if anyone else is wanting to watch on, maybe when I get home, do some garden work and shit like that. I like that idea.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Well, excuse me.
See, yeah, and that's why good. We keep Kingfisher around, because he's smarter than
he is jam bandy kind of material, and he knows it all too. Smart man he is, Phil. Fuck you.
I feel like another rip.
Another rip, yeah, I just did one. That was good. See, that's good. If you do it right, you don't get any residue on the screen. Where are we? There we go. See right through it still. There we go. A little bit of dirt from the. Oh, hey people, how we doing? That's me down there. Oh shit. Yeah, so about half of my tray from the Thunder Run, all the Black Widow crosses they're popped up and going. Some, I don't know. That's what I was talking about with the cold, right? Some of them, I don't know. They're gonna make it. My new Insta filter, yeah, through the screen of my fucking rig.
Yeah.
That's funny. But whatever. Popping numbers, still get some. They're just for the neighborhood kids, anyways. I say that as like my friends that are gonna come knocking on my door in a couple weeks' time. Hey man, how's it going, man? You got any clones, man? Yeah. Hold on. You guys, I bet you if you're the known dude in your circle of friends, I bet you that's what happens every spring.
Nobody fucking does. It's funny because I used to give all my clones to one guy, but we don't talk anymore. So it's just like, okay, because I always cut way more than I need. So that's also one of the reasons why my dad's getting like a BAM, a grapple, and some stuff to his, because they're excess clones that it's either going to die or now, hopefully now that he's newly retired as of, 5 hours ago. So it took him Well, no, he got home about about 4 hours ago. It took him 3 hours to walk, and he got home just before we went live, kind of thing. So yeah, that's. But so anyone didn't hear that one, hell man, he's been more or less retired, not going to go to work for I'd say 6 months or more. Right? I've been working here for 3 months, 2 months, sorry, and he's been to work 3 times. And he went into work and he's not looking forward to it. And I was thinking to myself on the way to work, I wonder if he's just gonna fucking this is the day he just says fuck it. And it sounds like he was. His boss is trying to get him to do some kind of stupid fucking out of town job, probably chainsaw course that he's just not interested in. Turns into some argument. Boss tells him to fucking calm down, so he throws the fucking keys at him, hands him the fuel cards and the company credit cards and all that shit. And I'm the fuck out of here, and proceeds to walk all the way up the Hart fucking highway to outside of town up North Kelly. I'm like, holy shit. Like that's it was good for his heart. Let's put it that way.
There you go.
That's the most exercise that's probably more exercise than he's gotten in the last all year combined. All this calendar years combined, I would say.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes though, you just got to put your shit down and walk away. And sometimes,
I think he's been done. He's been done for a long time and just hasn't really wanted to admit it. He's not financially well off, so not having, just having your Canadian pension is not going to be much of a retirement plan for him. And he's got legitimate concerns about this stuff because we've had talks before. But at the same time, when you're done, you're done. There's always a win. Where there's a will, there's a way. We'll get it figured out. Like I said, if I didn't have to be in 100 Mile for my daughter because that's where she lives, I'd move up here. Oh, look at that. Your mom and dad, you no longer pay a mortgage. We now take up residence in your basement, but, fucking.
Can't win them all.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's their house,
Yeah.
But, but that, so.
Oh, yeah.
So, but now that he can do the full-time gardening, I hope. But here's a fucking problem that I've been trying to fucking drill into him, and I think I need a bigger drill bit. Fucking believe you me, is no, I'm not gonna pummel my retired dad. But trying to get him to water everything is like pulling fucking teeth, and he's got no teeth, so you can see how hard that is. It's yeah, I don't get it. Like you all, I don't know. Like most of us deal with overwatering and just trying to get him to water. But oftentimes his like beans and all his like veggie and fruit plants, he seems to be more intention on those. And that's cool. That's what you're more focused on. But at the same time, every time we have a sesh just about, he talks about how he hates paying for weed because the same old dispensary talks that we have on this show fucking multiple times weekly. And he wants, well, you if you want to not pay for weed, you got to pay attention to your garden.
Yeah.
Fuck, I like what I just said. That almost sounds fucking smart and slick at the same time, doesn't it?
T-shirt.
If you don't want to pay for weed, you got to pay attention to your garden. Fuck yeah. Well, and it's absolutely true. It is absolutely true. Ashley and I can just about keep ourselves in the smoke. We can hit these brief periods as long as I don't do stupid shit, which is probably because I wasn't paying enough attention to my garden, right? Trying to do 2 breeding projects back to get back, knowing I don't have the space and that'll fuck me, and you do it anyways, right? I was not paying attention to my garden. That's how I'm going to justify that. Damn. I wonder, can we have that trademark? It's not going to go anywhere. And I'll pay a whole bunch of money to have something trademarked, and it'll be like nothing. Yeah. And then somebody's going to take the name Cariboo Hart TV and turn it up into something fucking huge. And I'll be like, damn, I should have had that trademarked. Fuck.
I just find it funny. Like, if I knew I would have been fucking called Caribou, I would have made a cooler name.
Well, I would have. Yeah. There was no intention of that, though, to be honest. Like,
Super metal grower. Hey, super metal. No, I missed out.
Well, it's definitely not what I said. But yeah, that's probably more TV friendly than YouTube friendly than what I would have said or what I did say. But it's, because like when I started the channel, and it was all meant to be about, it was Cariboo Hart Organics before Cariboo Hart TV. And then I started doing the grow videos. And then me and that Trevor character, we started doing the weed from the tap, I think it was. Something along those lines. Podcast, right? And there's still Cariboo Hart Organics and all that. And then we just changed over. I forget where the fuck I was going with that. I'm high. Can I bitch about AC Infinity for a minute?
Yeah, let me show you one thing first.
So I went. Oh yeah, okay.
Because my phone keeps going off and I'll forget. These are the roots on that clone.
Ooh, sexy.
Yeah, that dark re-veg clone I got. The bud on the top of that stick isn't doing shit really yet, but the clones are building. I said that wrong. The roots are building. Wow. Okay. Yeah, carry on.
Okay, so like fuck AC Infinity's friggin' scissors, because so trim jail today, right? I had to trim up some grapple fritter. I meant to cut one fucking stem and like that sucks.
Fiskars for the win.
Oh yeah, I've got like probably 4 pairs of Fiskars kicking around the house. And I think these were a Christmas present for the girlfriend. They've been around at least a year, right? They're not new. They've been around and used a few times. But then the other problem is they're up near the tops. They didn't cut very good. They're kind of more likely to bend your fucking stem. So and you need the tips. That's the best part, right? So I just like to shit on their.
Dan said he broke a pair too. Shit.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, I don't really buy like most of my garden stuff is like repurposed, like not necessarily the scissors and trimmers and stuff, but even just fans and stuff. I'll zip tie it to the post or something before I go buy a fancy clip-on thing. Although some of them clip-ons are not too bad. They're what, $60, $80 maybe for an oscillating clip-on fan.
No fucking AC Infinity ones are more than that. Even
what I've been thinking,
I bought a bunch of them, and then they're fucking not very good either.
Okay, so that's why I haven't bought them. I buy the cheap like $25 ones, and I'll just zip tie them to the side of my tent. They're the round ones, you know, like they're kind of like turbo looking ones. Oh, fucking dog hair, excuse me. So I'll zip tie to the post just loose enough that if I reach around the back and grab the zip ties, I can move it up and down. But if I let go, it's not moving at all. Like it works because I can adjust it with the canopy. I almost kind of want to put 2 on them so I can have one for underneath, one for up top, but they're a little too much. Like, so I just keep one on the floor and then one on the pole. And it works.
Oh, is that right? Rusty.
I heard something about that.
I'll have to look into that one.
Yeah, good. Yeah, because you kept the receipt, right?
Fuck no. But it would have been an online purchase, so it could possibly be tracked
there you
down
go.
in some way, shape, or form.
You know, your email would have a receipt and all that shit. Yeah, so yeah, these should be good.
Sweet, I'll have to look at that if I get 3 of them replaced. Because like they do work, but they're fucking like the oscillating part on them. It doesn't take long. I've noticed before that kind of gets real clicky and fucking loud. And I'm just like, huh.
Yeah, I don't have oscillators at all. One plant gets most of it, and the rest get. They dance in the wind. Yeah. Got the seedling shit started. The season's upon us, man. It's like, watch, I'll blink and I'll fucking be ready to plant. Outside. That's how quick gonna happen.
Do outside stuff this year. I'm excited. I want to go camping and shit like that too, not just fucking. So this is the other thing. I want to be on the road working. You've heard me say that quite a bit, so I can make a little extra cash and save up and stuff like that. Hopefully, still be able to make it to fucking Ontario this summer. But it's like when I do that, then all my free time when I do get home gets tied up in the garden or making sure it runs well, because I got to do all the catch up and clean up, because it's basically just try and get it into fucking autopilot mode so that Ashley can just go in water as necessary and leave it at that. Which means less time for free time for doing shit like camping, because you got to be in the garden doing all the gardening work that didn't get done when you were gone.
Camping, I did like 0 of it last year, and then I got to do 0 snowmobiling this winter. So I'm pissed off. Like, I need to get out in the bush. I've been like just working and coming home and shit. Like,
well, I think part of my excuse, because I could have been camping multiple times, but I make excuses, right? And I'm a big excuses are for losers people, right? And we all make them. And I direct that comment at myself as well. But like the whole pack up and set up and tear down can be so time consuming when you get into tents, kids, and just all that. We got a small car. So I think buying the van and turning that into a fucking camper, it'll take a long time to get it where I want it. But at the same time, it's real fucking easy to throw a mattress in there and a couple cots or something like that, so people can sleep out here, right? Always keep the kayaks up top, keep your dry goods in there, your propane burners and shit like that. Everything's packed up, loaded, ready to go. Friday comes, okay, get in, let's go. You know.
Way to do it. Yeah, I do a couple bins in the summer. Like, I get them ready, so they're just like kind of go camping. It's like grab the 2 big blue bins.
Yeah.
Even if we don't have it in there, we're not gonna die. We got enough shit in those 2 bins, man. Between beach games and bug repellent and fucking, tinfoil and shit like that. It's like, so.
It's funny. Bug repellent that's. Everyone around me uses it like crazy, and I just don't even bother, and I haven't for fucking well over 20 years, because I just ignore them. I'll do something else. Now they will drive me nuts when they get like right in here and you're buzzing or you're trying to sleep and you get the zzz, that will fucking get to me. But my body doesn't react to their bites. Maybe the first 1 or 2 bites of the year might swell up. Get a little bit of
I don't get mosquito bites either.
But after that, it's I'm fine, and so I don't think to buy bug dope and stuff like that. But then when you get out there and you see the kids, and that are all kids are different, right? if I want to be the idiot tough guy or whatever it is and just not use bug dope. So, plus the only shit that works melts plastic. Do I want that shit on my skin? Fuck no. So that's how I look at it. We like dildos, yes. Very much so, Dad. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Rotating ones. My arm.
I'm trying to catch up on chat all of a sudden.
So, yeah, take a look over at chat. Get yourself cut up there. I'm going to bust out a little bit of Ghost Beach, the fluffy pheno. Nothing to do with our buddy. It's just the buds were fluffy. These buds were chunky in the other one.
You don't need to be coy. You got a man crush on him. It's okay.
Yeah, I name all my weed after Fluffy.
This is Fluff 1. This is Fluff 2. This is Fluff 12.
I have 9 red solo cups named Fluffer Nut 1 through 9 in the tent. I've got a jar of Fluffer Nutter here, and then I got Ghost Beach Fluffy here. So, yeah, you could say that. And I'm going to be throwing his BAM outside, too. So, there you go. BAM. Oh, man. Gotta watch this. Yeah, when you get your package, it's gonna be. I think the bags I probably labeled the same as I did for Sniff, but
it showed up today. The girlfriend went and picked it up. She did mention that. She's like, "Well, the package there." I forgot about it until you just mentioned that.
Hell yeah! So there you go. You got your Ninja Turtle seeds.
Cool.
Cowabunga, dude.
Fuck, it's gonna be a while before I can get to those. I wonder if I can get them in like late summerish kind of thing.
I didn't even pinch from him either. You got all of them.
Oh,
I was like, oh, I could go for something. I'm like, I could not. I got 1,000 seeds. I don't need it. Although I like the idea of running some of Jeff's gear because I hang out with him on Discord and shit. So it's like, it's nice to.
well, you're the guy that's always talking. You talk about how you like lemon flavored shit, so run some lemon flavored gear.
You got the lemon Jeffrey. That's the one.
This is the lemon sunrise. Friggin' actually, the fuck my parents got a pack of lemon sunrise upstairs that I gave them about a year ago. If you want it, I'll fucking send it to you. If you'll actually fucking run them.
Yeah, well, yeah. Don't send me any more seeds. Seeds are. I'm not accepting any more seeds for another season or two.
Good luck with that.
I know.
I'll fucking stealth send them to you
Still
with the note that says "fuck your shit." Don't tell me what to do. Send like big bulk bags of them or something like that. You're now a seed distributor.
Oh shit! No, because every time I go to think of something I'm gonna pop or whatever, something else gets in the way, or it's...
Oh, brother, I trust me. I get it. It's but I am really trying hard not to get into anything new. Now that I've got all the stuff from Tyler going, some San Fernando Valley OGs will probably get done realistically, so that I can see what that's about, and they're femmes, which makes it easier. But between what I got now, which isn't really a lot, I've got the grapple fritter, one pheno of that, one pheno of BAM, the frequency shift, and then we've got some sloth lettuce and Catahoula that are kind of kicking around for a bit. And then we got the Hunza Valleys that I'm fucking with, and I'm looking for a keeper out of the Dalton's Pond and also the Durban. Okay, maybe I got more than I thought. But
don't Jay and Noof, you two settle down. I don't need no random cannabis plants all popping up all over the neighborhood.
why not?
Why not?
Be awesome.
Well, it would be, but not. I don't know. Go down the street and do it.
Fuck, dude. In my town, we got a park with a waterfall in it, like right in the middle of town, pretty well. And you go down this big walkway, and it's all a naturally drained area, right, where everything just flows through there. And if y'all remember, like 2 cents, I think I saw you earlier, brother. Cheers. He kept bugging me about this. Well, the one plant I got outdoors last year, I put it in that area where it was like right in the middle of a park in town, and was hoping that it would go. But it was just like, nah, I think it was too sickly of a plant there. But I love the idea of having cannabis plants like in my community.
Random spots.
Yeah.
I see Dan's comment here. No. I got more Black Widow seeds, I think, than I do the rest of my collection. So I don't think I need any more from anybody. Please.
Well, you hear what he said though? He has more Black Widow seeds than anything else. So he needs more variety, is what I think he's saying, guys.
No.
He needs something different.
I need people to get a hold of me that are in Ontario or anywhere in Canada, and grab up some of these Black Widow crosses, because I'll just keep popping them and smoking them. And
do you got some of the Hawaiian cross still?
Yeah.
Okay, I there was either what's the deal? They either didn't germinate, or there wasn't, or they all crushed when I pressed them. So if you don't mind throwing a few of those to the side, I would actually would be interested in those.
Done.
Okay, cool. So actually one of the, so they're gonna, hey Thunderdad, next time you send a package up here in about 5 years, can you make sure you got some of those seeds still kicking around, brother?
Kingfisher, I would love to do that, man. Like, imagine just being no kids or dogs, right? And you just walk out your backyard and it's just canopy. That's what I'm talking about. But no fly zone in this. Yeah, that's what I got going right now, Kingfisher. But I think their toes got wet and cold, and they're not all gonna pop. I'll go grab the tray, and we'll see.
You know what, Cake in a Cup, they very well might come out of the same factory, and it would not surprise me at all.
So we got,
Ooh, look at them, they're
few
so
of them.
cute.
you know, there's quite a bit. But then you get to this end, and only a couple. This one's trying to pop up right there. You know, we're probably half or so. But I can feel the weight in that tray. So it's way too wet. So I'm going to leave it with the lid off. I get a fan on it and probably put the heat to it. Is that, what is this we're looking at? Hold on. Is that two? No, that's two separate seeds. Okay, never mind. I thought it was like a leaf growing at the side. I had that on one of my plants the other day. It's cotyledons, and then the leaves are up here, but then down below the cotyledons, there's another leaf that was trying to grow out. Pretty funny.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm just like, you go, little buddy.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at the clock. It looks like we're both there.
We did it.
Yeah, another one done. Another one done. I think I got to go upstairs now because I told my daughter that I would go outside in the hot tub with her when we were done. So I got her waiting.
Fucking. Can you imagine being a seedling in G-Base, the first thing you see? I'd be like, oh, sweet, look at this guy, man. He can grow the shit out of me.
You know, if
Woo,
he was,
do this, bro.
as long as I heard, or like seedlings like cats and dogs where their eyes are closed for the first little bit, but their ears work, so you at least hear them talking about putting you outside. Because if he puts you outside, that wouldn't be so bad. That would be a good life, I think.
Fucking damn. You funny.
All
right. Peace out, homies.
right, guys. Y'all have a great night.